Good evening, Tim. Thank you for having me on the show. Listen, I think that the BBC has an incredibly important role in this entire conflict because it's trusted around the world to be impartial and to give people the facts. And that's what we've all grown up with the BBC. But I must say to you that the BBC, quoting organizations like Middle East Monitor and this gentleman, Mr. Mutassim Dalal, really just does stretch that credibility because, of course, Middle East Monitor is an organization which actually promotes Islamism. It actually supports Hamas. Even The Guardian confirmed it was not a trustworthy source. So this chap saying that, then he didn't see any Hamas there, or, who do you think was firing at our Israeli forces from the maternity ward? It wasn't the midwives, Tim. It wasn't the doctors in the ER that were firing at us. It was Hamas itself.
Okay, so
we killed 200 of them. We apprehended about 500 of them. And I think if you just let me finish this point, Tim, for a second, I think when the annals of military strategy in urban warfare are written, in Sandhurst and in West Point for the future, this protective action by the Israeli government, by the IDF against Hamas and Islamic Jihad, operating from a hospital.
Okay.
Is there anything more dastardly? I think there will be written in the annals of history for the fact that we did not kill any of the civilians. We moved them out of harm's way.
Right, zero
civilians.
That's very okay. That you've got round to the point that I was trying to ask you about, which was what the IDF spokesman Daniel Hagari said: no civilian patient or medic harmed. You're standing by that after a 2-week-long raid?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely, we are standing by that. Yeah.
Just in terms of the destruction rained upon Al Shifa, the medics there say it's going to be 10 years before it can be properly rebuilt. Again, Israel's responsibility to ensure that there are medical services for the people who are caught in harm's way. What is the IDF going to do about that?
Well, the first things first, let's all of us condemn the fact that a hospital, which is a place where
you've made that point.
Go to get healed.
You've made that point. I'm asking now about
the fact that it's been used as a command and control center. That is the most dastardly thing.
And that is a point that you made. I'm asking what happens now.
Yeah. Well, look, there have been examples around the world, and yes, there has been destruction in the hospital. Absolutely, I've seen the pictures as well, and they are not easy to look at. But of course, all of the blame must lie firmly at the. You should put these questions to Hamas. Now,
well, we do speak to Hamas. I'm speaking to you now.
Yeah, I'm happy to, and I'm happy to give you answers. There will come a time at the end of this war, and we hope that it's over very, very soon when we've finished off the last 4 or 5 battalions of Hamas, that there will be a time for reconstruction, and there will be, more importantly, a time for de-radicalization, because that is the point. Just like Germany after 1945, we need to we denazify Germany, and the same way we need to get rid of the extremism from the Gaza, so to free Gaza, to give them a brighter future. I admit the pictures are not pleasant, but believe me, it wasn't midwives firing at us. It was hardened terrorists.
In the minute that we have left, could I ask you about what has happened in Damascus today? Because Iran is blaming Israel for this airstrike of an embassy building in the Syrian capital, which has killed several Iranians and a senior Revolutionary Guard commander. What do you know about that?
Tim, your producer shared this with me, I think about 2 minutes before we came on the call.
Well, hang on, it's been all over the Israeli media as well. So
yeah, so I don't know. I don't know about this report. I don't know. I haven't got anything to add to it. I mean, it's not that I don't.
But would you say that it's potentially a dangerous moment? Would you say it's potentially a dangerous moment?
Look, we've got 61,000 Israelis displaced from their homes in the north, and they're being shelled incessantly from an organization called Hamas. There's a United Nations Resolution 1701, which says very, very clearly that Hamas shouldn't be anywhere near the border. They should be behind the Litani River. Our patience is wearing thin, Tim.